Morning guys. It's my morning walk. Late na ako nakalabas ng bahay kasi I was trying to finish up some work. And alas 5 ako nagising. Lagi ako nagigising alas 5 kasi nagtatrabaho na ako ng alas 5. So some of you might think that I don't have any work dahil nasa ibang lugar ako, pero I do my work and I have time for myself to be productive. So alas 5 gising na ako and I came across this episode, guys. I'm very overwhelmed na baka natatakot ako na baka hindi ko siya ma-review dahil baka makalimutan ko yung excitement, yung feeling, yung pakiramdam na sobrang, alam niyo yun, sobrang saya at ang dami kong natutunan. So again, one of the reasons why I am creating content is to not only share about my journey in life as a single mother and as a business owner, as a mother of my 4 kids, half Filipino, half African, share the journey of our travels, our bittersweet life, our up and downs, our challenges and how I handle them. But also most especially, ang buhay namin as a mixed family, knowing that my children are half Ugandan, half Filipino. I am always looking forward na ma-share sa inyo ang buhay sa Africa, specifically dito sa Uganda, knowing that my children are half Ugandan, half Filipino. So once again, I had to come back to Uganda para asikasuhin ang mga personal na bagay na hindi ko pwedeng iasa sa iba. I have some very important and sensitive matter I have to attend to that I cannot talk about as well. Why I chose not to talk about it? Because I prefer it that way for now. You guys, malalaman nyo yan very soon. But before that, this episode now is, I started one episode about how we how we went to this cultural village kung saan para siyang museum, guys, pero more on interactive siya and you are really going to do the kind of raw and unfiltered na life dito sa side ng Africa, which is sa Uganda. So once again, I would like to mention na itong mga nakikita ninyo at makikita ninyo sa mga sumusunod na episode, they are not history yet. Okay, these are all happening from the ground. These are all their daily life. These are all practice every single day, lalong-lalo na sa mga probinsya. Okay, napapractice din naman siya sa city, pero may mga practices katulad ng pagkuha ng tubig sa sapa or sa tinatawag nila kasi dyan well pero for me ang tawag ko dyan is parang natural spring na tubig na galing sa lupa. Okay, kasi pag sinabing well, akala ko balon, hindi pala siya balon, you guys. So let's start. So for this episode na to kasi gusto ko siyang i-review bago ko makalimutan. Okay, ang next na episode na makikita ninyo, ang next part na makikita ninyo, saglit check ko lang, ay ang pag-iigib ng tubig sa ulo. So basically, kapag nandito kayo sa Uganda at kapag nandito kayo sa Uganda and you see people in the city here sa Kampala, makikita nyo pa rin yan na nangyayari. Sometimes they are walking even sa gilid ng daan kung saan meron silang dala and they prefer to carry everything on their head. Okay? So etong tinatawag nilang enkata or etong dahon ng saging na binilog-bilog. Normally, meron silang ginagawa niya, nagawa din sa tela para mas matagal nilang magamit. Pero sa probinsya, they do use banana leaves. Okay? So ngayon, pag nandito sa may city, guys, makikita mo sila nagbebenta ng mga sa activity ng pagkuha ng tubig. Okay? So yung pagbibitbit ng mga something sa ulo, talagang it's really happening. Hindi ko alam kung nakita nyo o napansin nyo sa mga video pag lumalabas kami sa mga previous episode na merong mga naglalakad na may bitbit sila sa ulo, and most of the time it is fruits in a certain type of basket, yung parang wide basket, and they sell it like that. They are more confident and they find it much more efficient to sell using their head, and they can really walk, guys, na parang Miss Universe. So I tried that a lot of times and I swear, sobrang hirap, sobrang bigat. What you will see in this clip kung saan naghakot kami ni Maring Sara ng tubig, consider the fact na maliit yung jar, okay? Pero dahil hindi naman namin ginagawa talaga yan usually, pero we really wanted to experience that kasi dito sa part na pamumuhay ni Maring Sara. It's more modern na meron ng hose, meron ng tubig. Pero makikita mo sa mga tao na talagang nagtatrabaho everyday, talagang yung mga bagong dating sila galing sa probinsya, talagang ginagawa pa talaga nila yan. And even right now, like I said, kung pupunta kayo sa mga local market at pupunta kayo sa city center, madami pa din yung mga nagdadala ng mga bagay sa kanilang ulo gamit yung tela na binilog or yung dahon ng saging. So anyway, my review about this certain activity is, i-review ko muna siya and then papanoorin niyo yung video. I think it will be better kesa sa panoorin niyo yung video and then i-review ko later. But anyway, making the encata o yung binilog na dahon ng saging, it was an amazing experience for me because it really did its purpose. Guys, it really did its purpose. So the purpose of encata is para hindi magkaroon, hindi masyadong ma-pressure yung ulo mo sa kung ano yung ipapatong mo sa taas. It's kind of soft, medyo ano siya, malambot, and it's giving that foundation para steady kung ano man yung gusto mong bitbitin. Kaysa sa ulo natin, pag pinatong mo lang, syempre hindi siya even. But with the encata, it's putting that certain thing in place para mas madali mong bitbitin without the use of your hand. Yun lang, dapat marunong kang magbalanse. So with this kind of head, itong buhok ko, paglagay ko nung encata na gawa sa dahon ng saging, it was good. And I was able to walk na hindi ko gamit yung kamay ko, hinahawakan yung banga for around after like 3 minutes. So paglagay ko ng banga, wala pang laman yung banga guys, I was quite confident. So nag-enjoy talaga ako sa experience na to. And naglakad kami papunta sa tinatawag nilang well sa village. So well sa atin, balon. Pero actually, it was not a well. Makikita nyo naman sa video, it's an open source of water para sa lahat. Pwede siyang pang-inom, sa kanila sanay naman sila, pero papakuluan pa. Pwede nilang gamiting panluto, pero like I said, kailangan muna nilang i-filter, pakuluan. And yung filter nila guys, amazing. Very traditional as well. And then, panglinis, kunyari yung mga boda-boda driver, dinadala nila dun sa gilid, naglilinis sila kasi unlimited yung tubig dahil galing siya sa lupa. And then, nung kumuha na kami ng tubig ni Maring Sara, syempre sobrang excited kaming dalawa kasi si Maring Sara, hindi na din siya masyadong na-expose sa ganung life dahil nga city girl din siya. So ngayon, paglagay namin sa ulo, okay lang din naman siya guys. And sobrang na-amaze ako na para pala, may technique pala para hindi mabangga-bangga yung water habang nagalakad ka, hindi siya matapon. Kukuha ka pala ng dahon sa gilid ng sapa, ilalagay mo sa loob ng banga para pag gumalaw yung tubig, hindi siya magkakaroon ng movement, na sudden movement na matatapon yung tubig or yung banga. So sobrang na-amaze talaga ako ng bongga doon guys, as in bongga talaga, nakita niyo yung mukha ko, sobrang excited. And then pagkalagay ko sa ulo, bumalik na kami, we walked for around, I think naglakad kami ng around 20 minutes, pero after 5 minutes to 10 minutes, na-feel ko na yung pressure sa ulo ko, na habang tumatagal, parang mabigat siya. Pero hindi siya mabigat guys, hindi lang talaga ako sanay. Pero like I said, the encata o yung binilog na dahon ng saging para maging foundation ng banga sa ulo ay very helpful, very efficient. It did its job, amazing. Ang experience ng pagkuha ng tubig, the way na kumukuha yung mga lokal sa probinsya ng tubig, sobrang amazing. Nagustuhan ko talaga and I was very overwhelmed. And the fact na naglalakad kami, nadaanan namin yung mga kapitbahay ng mga taga-probinsya, nadaanan namin yung bakahan, nadaanan namin yung sagingan, it brings us back to a it's nostalgic, it's raw and unfiltered and amazing kind way of living. Okay? So like I said, everything na mga ganitong bagay, most of the time nakikita lang natin sa TV, nababasa lang natin. Pero guys, I cannot even, this thing that I'm doing right now, yung pagre-review ko, it will not give justice to the feeling that you will get if you are going to do it yourself. So again, amazing. Watch this clip and then you guys, I hope it will make you smile and then I'll see you shortly. I have sold all my cows. Why are you so dramatic? But for me, I want to be in the moment. No. Let's go.
Yeah, what she's saying is right.
Ngana vakatana vatu vakuhemiwa pakusende tsikavula nga vakatana vapa ekusende nikaleta vajakena ajabu.
This is the life, huh? You know.
But not for work, just for us experience. Hey, exactly. No, like this is our leisure. Yeah, this is our leisure, you and I. Guys, we are now going that side of the
We are heading there. You continue.
I think we are now going that side of Rwanda. Over.
I'm sad.
Not tired, but
Tanzania made in Mazumba.
balancing it with water is easier. This one, I feel like it's... Ang layo, guys. Ang layo ng balon.
A few moments.
Kozaji. Kati ngaze nkwa kozaji.
Omuliro guyinza okunjokya.
Akadechi.
This is, I think you should remove it from your head now since you're going to fetch.
And you leave the ankata here.
We are here. And para hindi siya ganyan, hindi siya mag-shake kapag nasa ulo natin, we have to put plants inside. So papakuluan din naman natin yan mamaya, okay lang, para hindi siya matapon. And then, where is my stuff? Oh, here. Yan, next ilalagay na natin to. Make sure everything is steady. Okay, Sarah, your turn.
Okay.
So, it's very customary here in Uganda. If you just arrive, you are offered with water and prutas. Fruit is prutas. Sarah, prutas.
Frutas.
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 Yeah, prutas is fruit.
Frutas.
Too
You
big.
offered very nice frutas. Very masarap.
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 Too big.
Too big.
Water.
Ah.
You said too big. No, it's too big water.
Too big. I thought you were saying it's too big.
So we just came back, guys. Kakabalik lang namin sa pagkuha ng tubig the traditional way. Nagchismisan kami ni Maring Sara habang kumukuha ng tubig. Kasi during the old times, ganun naman talaga eh. Habang gumagawa tayo ng mga gawaing bahay, nagchichismisan tayo. At ito nga, pagbalik namin dito sa cultural center, ay inoperan kami ng tubig at saging, which is really how it is here in Uganda. You will see yourself arriving on people's home. Pagpasok nyo sa bahay nila, tubig ibibigay sa inyo at saka prutas. It can be any prutas, pero ito ay ang indizi or ang saging ng Uganda. Sobrang tamis. As now they are preparing sa next nating gagawin. Ang topic natin ngayon ay pagkain na. So nagsimula tayo sa cultural dance, cultural instrument. Then we had a traditional drink and traditional snacks. Then we had a tour of the herbal and plant garden, how they live their life before the medicine and hospital. Then we did the traditional way of fetching water o yung pag-iigib ng tubig nila dito sa Uganda, guys. And these are still happening up to this day. Don't even think na this is history. Don't even think na it's far gone. No, it's happening right now. This is how they live their life right now. So ngayon, ayan na si Mama, nagpe-prepare na siya ng ating next activity, which is now the topic of food, or ang pinaka-in-demand, very popular,
Mom and auntie.
Mom and auntie. Pinaka-popular na pagkain dito sa Uganda ang ating ipapakita nila sa atin at ating pag-aaralan ngayon. So, tatapusin lang natin to and we'll see you guys. Okay, the next activity, guys, na ginawa namin na sobrang interesting ay yung paggawa ng banana juice. So, si banana juice, sinerve siya during our arrival. And guys, I'm covering myself kasi sobrang lamig. Parang nasa 17-16 degrees tayo shortly. So, they serve us, pagdating namin mismo dun sa cultural center, Ewafe, they served us the locally made, handmade banana juice. So, itong banana juice, nakita ko lang to naka-bottle na siya dito sa city ng Uganda. Pero I never tasted it na talagang ginawa by hand. So, for me to see the whole process is sobrang amazing. So, in the next coming clip, you will see how we were taught how to make the traditional banana juice from scratch by a local. And guys, this thing is happening every single day sa mga villages or probinsya dito sa Uganda. Take note, this is not yet a history. So that makes it more amazing. So anyway, una in-introduce sa amin kung ano yung ginamit. Siyempre, natikman namin yung banana juice and all to know kung paano yung ginawa. It's sobrang interesting talaga. So, pinakita sa amin yung mga gagamitin na mga ingredients. So, siyempre, yung saging, very key kasi yan yung ating key ingredient for this juice. Pero, merong certain type lang ng saging na pwedeng gawing juice. Hindi lahat ng saging pwedeng gawing ganito, katulad ng ginawa nila. Then, the spear grass was used para, yun yung talagang parang pangdurog dun sa saging. At para pang makatulong para matanggal yung juice ng pinaka talaga ng prutas. So napaka-interesting din na way nun. And then also it was not a very difficult process. Actually napaka-simple niya lang din, pero to know that they're using this special type of grass and they call it the spear grass. I don't know, you guys can check it out online or sa Google kung ano yung itsura talaga ng spear grass. Pero para siyang tanglad, pero hindi siya tanglad. Pero yung texture niya medyo parang rough. Na kapag meron kang i-scrub gamit yung spear grass ay talagang para siyang magiging scrub, parang ganun. So spear grass, and then we had banana leaves para sa ating DIY imbudo. Guys, sobra ako ding namangha dun sa kanilang DIY imbudo kasi sabi niya i-filter daw para daw matanggal yung mga buo-buo na maliliit na saging. Sabi ko, paano niya i-filter? Wala akong nakita ditong filter. Anong gagamitin? And hindi ako nagtanong, nagantay lang ako, guys. Pero ang ginamit niya pang filter, sobra akong namangha, sobra akong na-amaze. So parang this is amazing. I'm even watching them do it. I'm learning it from the ground. I've never seen it before in my whole life. It's just amazing. And then syempre yung tubig, and then just very few very few lang na ingredients talaga or mga bagay na kailangan gamitin. Yung saging, yung spear grass, and then yung mga gagamitin for DIY na filter, and then yung tubig. Syempre, dadagdagan siya ng tubig para madilute yung ating pinaka-juice talaga ng saging. And then, yung calabash na baso at saka bamboo straw. So, yun yung ginamit namin lahat. And shortly, in the next clip, you will see how we did all of it, you guys. So, enjoy this part. this thing is still practiced a lot in homes until now.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Sarah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you see places who introduce this kind of activity, but then it was done long way back. It's not done now, but this one
Done.
until here.
Actually, it's currently done. Because this is the natural juice we are having.
Sure, if I have this
And
banana.
even nowadays, this juice is there for sale.
Yeah.
And
They make
And
it
it's
like
very expensive.
yes, it's very like how they make tamarind in those
Yes.
bottles. Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do it first before you do it, because this juice, it has certain taboos. If you practice sex in the last night, you're not supposed to do it because it can go bad. And also,
we are so
Interesting. For us, we're safe. We're
You are
single.
so, but let me first do it because it needs some energy when you are doing it.
Banana juice. So right now, we are learning ang traditional na paggawa ng banana juice na pinainom nila sa amin. And again, this is still happening up to this date, you guys. This is a normal activity that is being done sa mga village or probinsya dito sa Uganda. And they have a certain beliefs. Very interesting. Hindi ka pwedeng magtimpla ng juice na to if may nangyari sa inyo ng someone special mo kagabi, dahil mapapanis po siya agad. So sabi ko kay nanay, safe na safe po kayo sa akin, single po ako. Wala po akong mga, ano yun? Ano activity yan? Hindi ko alam yun. But anyway guys, kidding aside, they are very serious of that practice. So this is not allowed para sa mga couple or mga babae na yun nga, nagpagamit kagabi. Pangit pakinggan. No? But now, she's now doing that part.
So you mix the spear grass with the bananas, such that you get a certain form. What we call embedding in our local language is this. That signifies that the juice is now ready.
Wow. The grass is giving like white stuff, Sarah.
The white stuff are the bananas.
Oh, that's the banana. You
Yeah.
mixed with it. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it needed some energy or some effort when doing it. Just imagine if you are making like jerrycans and jerrycans of this.
Yes. Wow.
So, because women are naturally weaker than
Yeah.
men.
So good thing that spear grass is edible too. So gagamitin pala yung ano guys, yung damo. Isasabay siya, imamash mo yung saging gamit yung damo. So yun yung ginagawa ni Mama right now, as you can see. Here we are going to try to focus. So ngayon nakahalo ng
So,
saging.
If you see,
Wow.
that's the white form, and it's the one that cures the skin tags. Before adding in this
Water.
water, the cold one.
It's like washing clothes.
yeah,
That's the
at least now it's softer.
Oh.
Smells so good.
So yung gawa ng kamay natin guys, yung kanyang action is para kang naglalaba. Tapos, habang naglalaba ka, lumalabas yung juice ng saging. So, dadagdagan lang siya ng tubig dahan-dahan. But, you need energy.
So we have to remove this. Be as if you are rinsing a broth. Like,
Yeah, like that. Oh, and you squeeze.
yeah, such that it remain with our juice down.
Okay.
Then we remove this. But you have to make sure the juice doesn't remain with this. So this can be used to feed the domestic animals,
like the chicken.
the cows, the goats. They can also be taken back to the garden as fertilizers or as mulches, so they are not just wasted. So you can put here. I think we can also remove this. So we get our clean jar. Then we get
Ang
our
pang-filter nila guys is dahon ng saging. Hindi ko alam how it's going to work. You said you're going to filter this juice using banana leaves. I don't know how it's going to work and act as a filter. We're going to see. Sasalain gamit ang dahon.
So this is going to be our filter. We fold it a little bit as a funnel.
Para siyang ano,
Then you can touch for me here.
imbudo.
So we get the spear grass again. Then you squeeze it a little bit. Then you insert it
Here.
in here. Sorry. Okay, hold it too tight. So then you put in the middle. Then we pour our juice.
Oh, amazing. Wow. Amazing. So yung nilagay nilang dahon kanina, yun yung magiging stopper para dun sa mga buo-buo na saging. So ngayon, ang natira na lang dito sa may ano is just pure water, the pure juice. Galing! I did not even, I cannot imagine.
So you can sip that one. It's very good for the kids.
So this was like DIY imbudo.
So we could sip it like this.
Yeah.
So this is the juice. I don't know who today we are going to serve. Senga, can we serve you?
I'm ready to do.
Yeah. So ngayon guys, ang ating ginawang juice is serve natin sa ating bisita using our calabash glass.
Oh, you're most welcome. Thank you for this. Thank you for the work that you have done. It has been a very great work. Thank you so much.
Kita ninyo guys, ang whole process simula sa pagbabalat namin ni Maring Sara ng saging, and yung pinaka highlight talaga is sinabi sa amin ni Jaja, yung nagturo sa amin paano gawin etong local na banana juice drink dito sa Uganda, is meron talaga silang practice or belief na kapag ikaw ay isa kang asawa or meron kang karelasyon at may nangyari sa inyo o the night before mo gagawin yung juice, hindi mo pwedeng gawin yung pinakaunang step, which is yung opening step ng paggawa ng juice, which is yung pagpuga ng saging gamit yung spear grass. Kasi they believe na kapag may nangyari sa inyo ng partner mo the night before you did the juice, that juice will not last long. It will not taste well at masisira siya immediately after ginawa. So they don't want that to happen, and tinuro sa amin yung ganung klaseng practice. Pero kinarify ko naman kay Jaja na safe naman siya sa amin. Safe naman siya sa akin at least kasi single naman ako. So tawa ako ng tawa sa part na yon. And then, Sarah had a chance to experience that after nung pinaka-opening step ng paggawa ng juice para ma-experience ni Sarah. So, it's quite weird knowing na para kang naglalaba ng dahon na magaspang. Imagine nyo na lang yung dahon na tanglad and then ginaganon nyo siya sa kamay nyo na merong saging dun sa in between the leaves. So, parang napaka-weird ng feeling. Pero sobrang exciting knowing na talagang it's doing its job to make the banana very, alam niyo yun, mag-grind siya ng maayos, at the same time, ma-squeeze out yung juice mismo ng banana. Hindi masyadong marami yung juice, no? Kaya nga ako nagtataka paano namin ito iinumin na napaka-konti lang ng juice. So ngayon, ang gagawin pala doon, hahaluan pala siya ng tubig. And then, lalabhan ulit namin yung dahon na merong mga saging na tidbits. And then, pagkatapos nun, kukunin yung buong dahon, pupugain mo siya na para kang pumupuga ng damit habang naglalaba. And then, pagkatapos nun, ilalagay na siya sa isang pitchel and then i-filter. So, yung filtering part din, sobrang highlight for me kasi naghanap ako ng filter. Wala akong nakitang filter. Kumuha si Jaja ng dahon ng saging, ginawang parang imbudo, guys. Ginawa niyang parang imbudo. So, nung parang niro-roll niyo na, sabi ko parang imbudo to. Pero paano niya ma-filter kung imbudo? Kasi papasok pa din yung mga maliliit na mga part ng saging. Guys, kumuha si Jaja nung spear grass, yung dahon na parang tanglad na sinasabi ko sa inyo. Ginanon niya, parang kinumot-kumot, hindi ko alam sa Tagalog. Kinumot-kumot niya yung dahon. Pinasok niya dun sa loob mismo nung saging na parang imbudo. At guys, dun namin dinaan yung juice para ma-filter. Ay, nako, sobra akong na-amaze. Kasi lahat ng mga maliliit, buo-buong mga saging, nasabit dun sa dahon. So, imagine, sobrang basic lang pag inisip mo, pero parang hindi ko maiisip yun kung hindi nyo pinakita sa akin yung ganun na step. So, imagine, people long time ago and up to now, here in Africa, survives without buying those things. At ngayon pa talaga nagwalis yung kapitbahay ko na ako'y nagbibideo dito. So, naririnig nyo nagwawalis sa kapitbahay. But guys, sobra akong na-amaze sa part na yon. That's why I'm very excited to give you guys a review bago ko makalimutan. Kasi ang dami-dami kong learning about sa life ng Africa or ng Uganda, to be specific, na hindi ko nakita when I was here with my children. Okay? So, let's go to the next part. Again, this is the food part of the whole experience namin ni Maring Sara. So, there's a lot of things I would like to share with you kasi talagang nire-relate nila sa kanilang kultura and their beliefs and their practices growing up dito sa Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. Kapag nag-offer dito ng mga pagkain, kahit dito sa city, lalong-lalo na pag ang ino-offeran mo ay ang iyong asawang lalaki or mga nakakatanda sa'yo, lola, lolo, tiya, tiyo, tita, tito, na mga matatanda at elder sa'yo, there's a certain form of respect in their culture na talagang very much practice pa siya hanggang ngayon. If you ask me if I taught my children these practices knowing that they are half Ugandan, half Filipino, hindi ko po sila tinuruan, and I also did not do that during that time na ako'y may asawa pa. O, di ba? Past tense, nung may asawa pa ako, hindi ko siya ginawa, hindi ko siya practice kasi hindi ko nakikita, I mean, no offense, disclaimer, I respect their culture, but I had some personal boundaries, by the way. Pero sometimes I do practice them for the sake of like experiencing them really, the kind of feeling that they're getting, ganon. So they have this practice na luluhod kapag nag-o-offer ka ng something sa mas nakakatanda sa iyo or sa iyong asawang lalaki. Okay? Especially sa tribo ng aking ex at sa tribo ng mga anak ko. They are highly and they are encouraged to be practiced. Lalong-lalo na sa mga babae at sa mga bata. So ngayon, nakita nyo sa part ng episode na yon, I kneel down to offer the local banana juice sa kay Jaja, which is elder than me. So to give that kind of humility, to offer in na humble ka, nag-o-offer ka in a humble manner, and you are showing your respect to her as the elder of the family. So, pagka magbibigay ka, luluhod ka, then you will offer. And I saw them done a lot. Fiona, someone is knocking. And I saw them being done a lot. You guys, nakita ko yung bang kaibigan kong Uganda na lumuluhod sa mga husband nila kapag nagbibigay ng dinner, nagbibigay ng lunch, nagbibigay ng breakfast. Nakita ko yung mga bata na lumuluhod sa mga uncle nila, mga lolo, cultural village. It was very nice, and yeah, you can feel that you are very humble. You can feel that you are respecting them to that, to that point na talagang luluhod ka kapag nag-o-offer. Alright, so let's go to the next part. Anyway, you guys, I believe this is getting too long. So there's more of the things I really wanted to share with you and review with you and have that certain clip for you guys to understand. I hope you are enjoying these episodes at saka yung mga recent upload natin. This episode natin na sunod-sunod will be about the life here in Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. It's in African continent, you guys, and of course it's called the Pearl of Africa because of ang ganda ng bansang to, napaka-green, ang sarap ng pagkain, they have their own they have their safari, you can do your game drives here. It just has everything an African country can offer. That's why it's called the Pearl of Africa, and it's not called like that for no reason, right? So anyway, I'm overwhelmed as you can see for the next part, but right now let me end it here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Please lipat kayo agad sa next one. Huwag niyong i-miss, okay? At kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-like, subscribe, at nakapagsampal sa ating bell button dyan, please do so. And I know you've noticed my bracelet. This is from a remembrance from the local. This is made of paper. Recycled po siya na papel, and it has a map of African continent. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Much love, Princess Ida.